and hello student. My name is Ashok Sijala. In this session, we learn the structure in C language. And yes, first I share my laptop screen and here fix the position so you can watch better way my video lecture. And here Turbo C++ is there, and then I double click and process, and now yes is open. So Alt F file menu and taking new file, and here our definition: write a program to print. Yes, so print uh, employee information using structure. Yes, so in my previous two video lecture, in one is a we can just how many way to declare structure variable and what is a structure and how that syntax all this part. And second video we can copy individual member and then entire structure copy one variable to other variable. So now first we can print one employee perfect information perfectly with the using structure. So yes, structure is a user defined data type, so I cannot waste our time. So directly start, because let us check one example so we can understand. So yes, here I cover because it's a perfect way how to employ, or you can also take student information, student mark sheet you have to print. So let us check standard input output, and that is our header file, and then struct is keyword and emp, that our structure name. And then here we can define the id of that employee, basic salary, and character, name of that that is a 1D array within a structure. And then float, yes, float data type is not supported by structure, so sometimes that taking garbage value or some different value. So what is a solution also I cover in this video lecture. So DA, dearness allowance, HRA, house rate allowance, and gross salary, GS. So we can perfectly employ salary use, I mean calculate. So here E1, yes, here first I declare E1 simple or structure variable. Okay, then you can just not a static initialization. So I directly start the void main. So just, and then we can scan this first one, and then here we can clear the screen. Yes, CLR, SCR, and then print appropriate message. So def, and then enter employee ID. Yes, so scanning. So just let's check. So percentage D is there and ampersand E1 dot ID. Yes, and then copy and paste 2 times. Okay. So next member is a name, but name we can scan using not scanf function, but getS we have to use. Okay, because that is a and E1 dot name, and then our basic salary. Yes, so basic salary. Yes, and here we can define the BS. Yes, that for ED. So that percentage D and then basic. So yes, here all are three: ID, name, and basic. Now DA means dearness allowance, that known as. So we can calculate. So here that DA equal to E1 dot basic salary multiplication operation is there, and 5% of basic salary divide by 100. So here you can look here, all are integer in a right hand side, and here is a float data type. So we can require some type casting. So here first provide the brace, and here you have to know here one float that type casting is required. So that is float value, and then HRA, house rent allowance. Yes, so that is also allowance. And here what to do, we cannot type casting, but directly we can HRA and that basic salary and multiply 7% of basic salary. So we can divide by 7 to 100. So 0.07, that is a divide by 100. So that that is already float and that not require typecasting. So that is also a possibility. We can directly or percentage divide by 100 and multiply it directly. Okay? And then gross salary. So GS, yes. So E1 dot basic salary, yes, BS, then E1 dot that we can say that dearness allowance, and then E1 dot H house rent allowance. So all are summation, yes. And you can also parenthesis, but not require here to here. If you provide no any error, yes. And then we can print to our employee information. So yes, let us. We can also provide the heading, and here we cannot copy entire structure because we have to already see. So here, if we can take the structure array type object means like a structure variable array type. So array of structure we can say that. But here first we can print simple. Yes, let us check one employee information. So here I give the first employee information. That is a heading and slash n and print directly. So what is we cannot take like every time ID or means employee ID or that directly here percentage D and then E1 dot ID. Yes, and then I copy or also you can print one print have provide the slash n and then use so also. But here I copy and paste. So yes, here now we change the employee name. Yes, so here we can first print the name and then percentage S is required because that is 1D array. And then basic salary, yes, that is a integer, so BS, and that change the heading, yes, so basic salary, that heading is so long. And we can provide the slash n, otherwise all are in one line. And here we can say that DA, dearness allowance. We can also write the full but very long. And last two is remaining. So HRA and how gross salary, HRA, okay, and GS. So you can also gross salary is there. Yes, so here we can change first DA and HRA and then GS, gross salary, and then get CH. Yes, so okay, so all are print. Let us first save. So EMP and structure and dot C. So compile. Yes. So what here plus? Yes. So yes, here is plus sign, not dot. So U1 basic DAHR. Okay. So 101. And yes, so name is not perfectly scanned directly. Our salary is there. 1000. Yes. So yes, that not disturb to all other. So how to solve this error? Yes, so here we can use the flush function. So that scanning time is problem. So f flush is there. So before the that name is get as problem, buffer is overflow. So we can flush clear the buffer. And yes, basic salary we have to find. So DAH basic salary, HRA, and then gross salary. So let us check all are print perfectly. Okay, so here is a float. Yes, so float data type. So yes, that creating problem. Let us check that also not print perfectly. But we can D percentage D. Now I percentage F because DHR and gross is a float data type. So let us check that perfectly print or gives a error. Yes, here flush function is semicolon is remaining. So yes, that is a my lecture. You can solve. We can error. Yes, so here float data type create the problem because float data type not support by structure. So yes, our name is perfectly now scanned and 1000 I give the basic salary. So yes, here there is no any problem. Yes, here that all are perfectly print DA, HRA, and gross salary. So yes, we have to not provide the heading. Yes, here slash n is required. So slash n. Yes. So And here we can you look our output that after 6 decimal print, but here we can only 2. So here I give the dot 2f. Yes, so only 2 decimal point. Okay, so let us check that perfectly run or not. I give id 101, then ram, and here I give some different like 1500. So yes, that perfectly print, but that taking some time error. Yes, that we have to print vertical form, so float data type is not sometime working properly, some taking error. Here is not taking error, but if we take like object to array, or that means our structure variable object type. So that is a class object, but here structure. So structure is a user defined data type, and here we can take the array type of. So we can scan 3 employee information and print also 3 time of employee information. But here I not cover this topic, but only float data type. Here I not create any error, but if any error is there, here let's check again. I run, but yes, here I change yes E1 because we can, or array. Yes, here E1 I not array of object means structure variable object type. So yes, let us check that perfectly run or not, giving sometime error. So that is integer. Yes, no any problem. So if any error is there, float data type, that structure is not supported. So what is a solution? So here you can just define void and link that our UDF, user defined function, and float, link float. So what to do in this function? That automatically calling, we cannot call to this function. Whenever float data type create any error, that is called automatically, and just linking purpose of float data type. So here we can declare the float, and like I give the that value of 1.14 and 15. So that is a is, p value, or we can take the float pointer also, or like give the pointer variable x, and then x equal to ampersand p. Okay, so you can also here float x, and then so that is a only. Yes, these two line we cannot use in our coding. Yes, means that solve the error. So that is a x is never used, that is only warning, not any error. So what to do? This is a solution. If float data type sometimes structure is not supported, so that is a work as a linking purpose of our float data type. So sometime creating the float as a in a structure, here we can declare the 3 float variable. But here sometime not error, but sometime taking the error in C language. Structure is not supported float data type. So how the link float data type, that solution I give in this, that is a linking float. Just I give the user defined definition. That not calling to our in anywhere in your program. But when float taking any error, that taking this declaration, and that error is solved. So now let us check. So our program is as previously run. There is no any error. Yes. So that is a anytime float data type create the error, we can solve in as prefix. Previously we have to solve. So here no any error. So yes, that is perfectly we have to uh, here perform the our structure variable. And then you can also like array structure within an array, and array of structure. So now my upcoming video lecture I also cover. So here I give the just solution. Yes, how the link your float data type in this session. So that is my focus. So only give the solution. Structure not supported float data type. So that taking some time error. Here is not a error, but taking anywhere any time that giving the error. Right? This our data float is not support structure and taking some error. So I previously give the suggestion how to solve that error. So if we take his like here I give the object of this variable means that 1D array, that variable of structure. So that is a scanning and printing time that taking error. So that is a solution. Okay. So one employee that also that taking some time error, but here no any error. So in your compiler that you can check, you can that structure not support a float. So that taking error, and that I give the advanced solution. So what is a, so that is a in your mind how this function we have to not call, just definition, and what not any time we have to declare here, not in before the main we can declare, only definition is there. So that is a, just I give the name link float. So that is a float, give any name, that is no any problem. So you can give any name, but here we can give the link float. So float data type linking, and our error is solved. So yes, I complete this session. So I cover the one employee salary, how to print ID, name, and basic salary, and DHRA and gross salary. So DHRA and gross salary we have to find, and let us check. Yes, here if I create first a comment line, so I give the comment like this, okay, and let us check. But now that properly run, so that not taking error, but I take one testing. I give the error. So I give also basic salary is a float data type. So let us what happen. So sometimes that scanning time error. So yes, I scan the F person means percentage F float, and then there is no need type casting, but I remaining as it is, no change. And let us check that giving the error or creating problem. So let us check. So ID 101 and then name, and here I give like float data type. So let us check. So yes, yes, you can look, but our yes, the printing time also we can give the float here. D is there by dot 2f. Yes, that also not taking error. Now float is solved, but here no any error is there. So yes, let us check again. Yes, that perfectly prints. So yes, in this session, that not any taking error. So now testing is a not perfect work. So sometime you can check to your PC that the float is taking error. Okay, here not any error. Okay, I remaining integer in the basic salary. So yes, ID. Yes, scan time you can print also. Yes, float is there. So ID again, and then let us check or perfectly work or not. So ID 101, RAM, and 1000. Okay, all are well. So yes, I close this session. We can also take this float solution in the that structure array of type structure variable. So that time we can open this I openly, but that not here any requirement because not no any error. Yes. So yes, that is a linking float. Okay, so just solution of float data type. Okay, so I close this session and write this program. So based of this session, you can define your student mark sheet program. Yes, so roll number, name, two subject mark, and you can take the 1D array, two subjects. So array structure within array, that concept also cover. And then find the percentage, total, and grade, all are these things, declaring structure student type. Okay. So yes, I close now, Alt F3 function key, and yes, I write this program to your C, not if you prepare, and that is all about structure. And I close this session of Alt X. So subscribe my channel Ashok Sijala Academy, press the bell icon to never miss any update. Thanks for your watching, supporting, and sharing my video, and Hare Krishna.